We are finally back out night fishing again, following the lockdown that we've all been subject to over the last few months. We've obviously had the day fishing, but personally for me, I've been fairly limited on what I can do with the local restrictions, not being able to get to my syndicate. So I've not been out and done a great deal. But I'm back out now. It's early April. I'm here with Jamie again. We're back down in Essex. We're on the estate lake that we fished on one of our previous videos, and I'm down here hopefully going to set the record straight and this time catch one of these awesome fish that reside in this lake. Last time unfortunately I didn't catch. Jamie managed to nick one sort of late on into the session, and saved the session from a blank, which was awesome. He worked really hard to get that fish. But we're back here again now, looking to set the record straight. It's only a small lake, as you can probably remember from our last video. Now we've had a good look round when we got down here. I've opted to fish further down the lake, out of the main body where it starts to channel. I've seen a few fish sort of moving up and down this channel, mainly on the far side. So my plan is to fish a couple of hook baits across to the far side onto the shelf that's over there. It's all quite firm. I've had a bit of a lead around already, and there's a couple of nice firm spots over there which have clearly been fed on in the past. So my plan is to put a very light scattering of bait across a couple of spots on the far side and present my hook bait over there, and we will see what happens. Hopefully I bag one. Jamie, on the other hand, he's opted to fish further down into the main body of the water, main body of the lake. There's been a lot of fish showing sort of in front of him on the far side, again where the reeds are starting to come through now. There's been a lot of fish over there, a lot of fizzing, a lot of rolling. They're obviously sort of rubbing themselves and sort of flanking and cleaning themselves off and stuff. So Jamie's opted to fish down there, so we've got the whole lake pretty much covered. So it's just time to get the rods out, finish my coffee, and we'll touch base with you guys later.
Here we go, first one of the trip. Nice little jet black common. They've been showing over us all day today. There's a few fish still showing, there's one just shown again. Might be small, but perfect. Proper little dark thing this is. So we're going to slip this back, get the rod back out, and then have some dinner.
Sounds like a plan to me, mate.
Definitely. start of the session I decided to spot about 2 to 3 kilos of pellet out on a spot that I just wanted to leave, just to see if the fish would come in on it. And this evening they've started to show and proper cladding up off the bottom. So I'm going to conduct a solid PVA bag rig. I use a lot of PVA in my fishing, either if it's PVA nuggets, PVA sticks, or solid PVA bags like I'm going to make now. And I get all my products, PVA products, from Castaway PVA. I have to admit, they're very, very good. So all I've got is a little like pastel orange dumbbell on a little blowback rig and a little short rig and a little inline lead. So what I do is I fill the bag up about a centimetre from the bottom with a little bit of pellet, and then I like to lay my rig in solid bag like so, tap it down with the lead, and then I'll leave it like that, and then I'll put a little bit of bag mix on top, and I'll pull that up and I'll just tap it just to make that firm, and then put a little bit more in like so, and then I'll drag the lead up, and that'll be how far. So I like to have the lead halfway up the bag. It's just personal preference, people have theirs differently. I like it that way. And then I'll fill the bag up to the top, and what I'll do is I'll make sure the little rubber insert that goes into the inline lead is just poking out the top, and then I'll smack it down so it's against me for palm of my hand, so it's proper solid. And then I'll lift it up a little bit and put a little bit more bag mix in it just to load it. And then I'll get the scissors and I'll just nick the ends off, not massive, just nick them so I can packed it just that little bit more, get the air out of that solid bag, whack it down. When making a bag, when having a perfect solid bag, you want mixtures of pellets. So I've got some 2mm pellets, some crumb, and I've even put a little bit of salt in there because this sort of time of year, we're into spring now, they like the salt. They're looking for that as a food. I don't know if it's a food signal or what. They like searching for salt. I don't know why. Find me cable ties now. That's another product Castaway do. Instead of mucking around with PVA tape, PVA cable ties are so much better. So all I do, get a cable tie out the bag and put it in like that, pull it tight, put it down. I like to put it down the bag so it takes away all the slack. And that's it. No worrying about PVA tape or anything. No tying it or anything. Cut the end off, and then cut away tag ends of the bag. Like so, and make it neat and tidy. And then all I'll do is I'll get a little baiting needle and I'll just tap a few holes in there. And then last minute, make it just that little bit more compact. Is I'll stick in the corners, hold them for a couple of seconds to make sure they stick. Do the other one. Like so. Wait a little bit, and there you go. It's a nice solid bag that's about to go out there.
Yes, we've had one. First night success. And it's always nice to get one early on. And this is an absolute minter. Check this one out. It's only small. It's exactly 18 pounds. I've already weighed it. But check that out for an absolute banger of a mirror. Big apple slice scales on it. Nice and dark. That is an absolutely mega fish. I am absolutely made up with that. Fishing on the far side on a little shell as it starts to shell up, with a 12mm nutcracker pop up, with a very, very light scattering of about 30 to 40 baits, just in and around the area where the hook bait was presented to try and get them moving about. Yeah, and this one went off this morning, 6 o'clock this morning. We got a single bleep on the right hand rod, which got me up actually. Yeah, no more than 2 or 3 minutes after that, the tip's absolutely pulled round and the line has started to peel off. And this is the result. So we are absolutely chuffed. Right, we'll get some stills and we'll get her back and see if we can't get another one. Absolutely made up with that. That is mega. Brilliant. Quick little update for you. Obviously we had those 2 fish this morning. Absolutely made up with those. Both me and Jamie are now off the mark, which is really, really good. I've been round and now I've refreshed all the spots that I caught on last night. So I've got 3 spots on that far side. I'm not too sure which 2 spots I'm going to fish on yet, but I'll make that decision a bit later on. That's no problem. Jamie's found a really nice spot on the far side, which looks like it's been absolutely cleaned off. It's not much bigger than an unhooking mat, so he's actually hand placed a rig on that spot. We've got an underwater camera on the spot as well, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we get some underwater footage of that spot. He has also seen one of the big ones out over there as well, one of the big 40-pounders. So yeah, that will be quite interesting to see if we get any footage of that on camera. But that's where we are at the moment anyway. It's just gone past sort of the sort of 12:30, 1 o'clock time slot. I tend to lose track of time when I'm on the bank, but that's roughly where we are at the moment anyway. Kettle's on, lunch is going on in a second, and then yeah, like I said, it will be a question of refreshing the hook baits after lunch, ready to then go on into the evening, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we nick another couple of bites this evening and into the early hours. So yeah, we'll keep you guys informed and up to date, and that's where we are now. So speak to you soon.
You're not alone.
morning, everyone. And it's absolutely freezing. Complete contrast to the first day we got down there when we were walking around it in t-shirts. I think the first day we got down here it was about 14 degrees. And as obviously you know by now, we both caught fish that night. Last night it dropped dramatically. It was cold yesterday. There was a northerly wind on here yesterday, and even though there was a few signs of fish showing, they weren't showing as much as they were on that first day, which I'm guessing is, it's understandable. Of course it is. Last night, however, it absolutely plummeted. I think it went down to sort of -2. Frost this morning, obviously, and to top it all off, it actually started very lightly snowing a few moments ago. So yeah, it's really cold. Lo and behold, I've not caught anything last night. I had baits positioned on those far margin spots that we spoke about. A few liners. That was about it really. Don't know what Jamie's had. I've not been down there yet. I haven't heard from him, so I'm guessing he hasn't had anything. We'll check in with him in a bit and see. But for now, I am absolutely frozen solid. Kettle's on. It's coffee time. And yeah, we'll see what we can do from there. We've only got a couple of hours left now. We've got to be off by 10, so a few more hours left. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. But for now, coffee is cooling. Oh well, that was it. Yeah, no more fish, unfortunately. Last couple of hours the sun's come out and it was starting to look quite good again following what was an absolutely freezing night. But lo and behold, we've run out of time. Heading to the garage now, get myself a nice Starbucks, some fuel, and I've got about an hour and a half's drive back to Surrey. Until next time, stay safe.